The cases of teenage pregnancies have been documented over the years, heartbreakingly so. Sadly, it is still a reality that is alive in various parts of the country. It has been going with different organizations pumping funds, but each year the number continues to increase, with culprits walking scot-free to the amazement of many. NTV's Bernard Ojwang went into the villages of Migori County, where the vice, according to the latest Kenya Demographic Health Survey, is alarming. It was realized that cases of incest, where fathers force their biological daughters into having illicit sexual relations with them, and married and single men defiling and impregnating their cousins and nephews, is on the rise in Migori County. And in most cases are watered down by family members due to family shame, as a number of teenage mothers starting from the ages of 10 to 16 continue to escalate. Here now is the report.
Venye huo cousin wangu alinirape, nikaenda nikaambia wazazi wangu. Kwa kwanza nikaambia mama yangu, kwa ndiye alikuwa mtu wangu wa karibu. Sikuona amefanya chochote. Nikaenda nikaambia baba yangu. Baba yangu kusikia hivyo, yeye badala solve na huo cousin wangu ama aende aripoti polisi, yeye akaita tu mkutano ya familia. So watu wote walikuwa side ya huo mrapist, mimi nikabaki peke yangu. Wakasema niende niolewe na huo cousin wangu. Nikaenda. Tukaenda, wao ndo walikuwa wamenisindikiza. Tukaenda.
Nani alikusindikiza?
Wazazi wote sasa waliforce hadi mama yangu pia.
Kenye kinanyuma ni ndugu ya babangu kunifanya kukuwa mzazi, na si kuwa nataka kuwa mzazi.
Sikupenda kwetu tupewe mimba. Na hiyo kitu ni vibaya kama mtu anaweza kutoka kuna bado ni mdogo, saa zingine ni babako.
When the bell rings signaling the lunch break, one of the pupils at this school makes a hurried departure from class to her home. Her mission is twofold: to grab a meal and provide one for her baby. Jennifer Akinyi, not her real name, is not just a pupil. She is a KCPE candidate and a new mother. Her pregnancy, the result of a romantic liaison with a man nearly twice her age, a 32-year-old boda rider, once employed by her father.
Huyo alikuwa anatuendeshea pikipiki. Alafu siku moja nilitoka nyumbani usiku, huwa nalalanga hapo. Nilimpata hapo ndani. Nikamuuliza mbona hajaenda kwake. Akaniambia pikipiki imeharibika, hawezi fika huko. Alikuwa anaishi Kitere. Nikamwacha hiyo.
The man took off once she got pregnant, but he didn't get very far. Jennifer's family took legal action. The man is now serving time in jail for his defilement of a minor. While he cools his heels in prison, Jennifer has now been left to fend for her baby. She is taking each day as it comes.
Kwa sababu asubuhi naamka mapema ili niweze kumtengeneza mtoto ndio niende shuleni. Wakati wa kurudi nyumbani, wakati wa lunch, pia nakimbia sana ili nipate kumnyonyesha ndio nirudi.
She's not the only child with a baby in this county. Karen Achieng is slowly getting used to her new reality. Her routine now involves taking care of her baby before she takes off to school, a routine that she was thrown into after she unexpectedly got pregnant at just the age of 15. She said it wasn't by her choice that she got into the family way. Poverty in her home meant that she couldn't afford to buy sanitary towel when she got her first period. She turned to her 32-year-old boyfriend for help.
Nilikuwa nataka anisaidie na always. Alafu nikaenda kwake nikamwambia eti nataka anisaidie. Alafu ndipo nikaenda, akaniambia eti niende nichukue hizo vitu kesho. Kesho nikienda akaniambia eti hiyo pesa ako nayo, nikimpatia nampatia na namlipa saa hiyo. Kuanzia hiyo siku ndipo nikapata mimba.
She gave birth to a child, nursed her, and is now back in school trying desperately to balance motherhood and the pursuit of her dream of becoming a doctor. Cases of incest where fathers force their biological daughters into having illicit sexual relations with them, married and single men defiling and impregnating their cousins, have been reported to be on the rise, something that has really contributed to high rate of teenage mothers here in Migori County.
Tunaumia sana ma teenagers. Hata juzi hapa mama mwingine alikuja akachukua mtoto wake. Huyo mama anatoka Rongo. Na huyo msichana alipewa mimba na baba yake.
So the girl came here when she was 2 months pregnant, and she was here for almost 4 months. When the mother came, she said that she wanted to protect the girl. I did believe her because I believe as a woman you're supposed to protect your own kids. So we allowed the girl to go with the mother.
She sweet-talked the girl, and the girl was able to go back. And when she went back after a period of about 2 months, she was found dead.
Wengi wao wanaweza wakazuiliwa siku 2-3 na shtukiwa wamefanya nini? Wametolewa. Hakuna somo lolote, hakuna funzo lolote ambalo limetolewa kwa kijiji, kwa vijana wengine ya kwamba kijana wa fulani alifanya hichi na akafanya hichi na akazuiliwa hivi.
Once they have identified that they are closer relatives that are involved, so they are refusing to come and testify just because of the culture which is very strong in this area.
Most of these cases are not reported. There are quite a number of these cases, defilement cases, from the data which we have obtained from our CUC members, and the very few end up coming to court. So as a committee, we decided that we are going to hear these matters on priority basis. Firstly, we secure the evidence of the victim or the complainant in that case, so that by the time they go back home, the cases are not compromised.
This is the situation that this Class 8 candidate, who we will call Rita, found herself in, an orphan. She is under the care of her grandmother in Rongo. Her uncle preyed on her as she fetched firewood in a nearby forest. That encounter resulted in her pregnancy.
Lakini serikali inasema kuwa inatusaidia, lakini hakuna kitu yote ambayo wanaweza kutusaidia nayo. Wanasema tu huku tu, wanasema tu, lakini hawajakuja kwa vijiji vyetu ili wane mateso ambayo si kama wasichana tunapitia.
Parents are also compromised heavily on the issue.
This is the burden that Caleb Ouma now bears. He can't go to work as usual, as he has now to take care of his 1-year-old grandson, the product of an incestuous defilement. His stepson, aged 33, a married man, impregnated his daughter, aged 13, a Class 6 pupil, last year. According to Luo culture, incest is an abominable act, but in the modern society, they are handled with an utmost secrecy due to shame and the desire to protect family honor.
Hiyo mtu kama nafanya mambo kama hiyo, dhambi kwetu kukula na yeye au kukula na yeye kwa sana moja, kukula na ukoo yake. Nafanya mambo ya kijenga kabisa.
Most of these girls, because physiologically they are not developed enough, they end up going for cesarean section, which again is costly.
Because they are not well developed, you get obstructed labor. With obstructed labor leads now to fistula.
Besides that, they have to contend with the society that castigates and stigmatizes them.
Saa zingine unaweza hata fikiria kujinyonga, na ukijinyonga pia unaweza acha mtoto kwa shida,
kwa sababu kama niko darasani wananitusi tu ati mimi niko na mtoto na wao hawana.
We have something called the matanga disco, whereby if somebody dies, then for a week or even 2 weeks later after the burial, or our youth will always congregate there for the night dances. That is something that as a county we really want to wipe out.
The way they interact is at night. The girls are very vulnerable. They're in the dark. What else? These are young girls. Their hormones are running so high. And when they're just found alone there, it's not safe for them.
Children are getting pregnant under your own roof, and you only realize that in the 6th month, meaning you are detached. Can the parent take time to understand their children?
In the midst of the seeming grim situation, some ray of hope, a program aimed at curbing these menace, has been launched.
In this process of kicking teenage pregnancies out of Migori, we are not leaving out anybody, because it's a concerted effort that we need everybody on board so that we can achieve our goal.
We are now going towards a sex education. We want people to be taught sex education, but we are saying, let us develop our own sex education curriculum as the churches and the mosques want, so that we are able to teach our children even in school, because the curriculum we have there is teaching children things that are absolutely repugnant and we cannot accept.
Bernard Ojwang, NTV,